In this video, we will discuss whether Ultrakill Layer 7 is better than any other layer, or if it's bad because it's not Doom Eternal. Listen, don't get mad at me for that joke, alright? It's Ultrakill. I was obligated by law to do it. Now, I do consider violence to be the very best of Ultrakill so far, and in this video, I will be convincing you why my opinion is better than all of yours, or some shit. Now, if you're wondering why in the flying fuck there's Cybergrand in the background right now, well, if you couldn't tell already, I will be spoiling the entirety of the layer, so here's your chance to click off if you want to play through it yourself. 3, 2, 1, elbows ready or not, we're starting this shit. I mean, it really doesn't take that long to 100% it. Like a few hours or so to complete it, P-rank it and then find all the secrets, and that's really it. So let's start at 7-1. It's a Labyrinth. And since we all know about our good friend King Minos, you can guess what resides in this one. Fun fact, he can actually clip you for 50 damage if he smacks you here. And no, in Ultrakill he is not Minos' son, in case anyone was wondering. And another fun fact, if you listen closely, you can even hear the Minotaur behind the wall as you're hitting the alpha slab. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite enemy at the moment, the Mannequins. This is what happens when you get caught trying to escape the Labyrinth. And just looking at this footage, you might be confused why this first encounter took you so long. Meanwhile, my enemies all melt like butter. Simple, they're resistant to explosives, so stop projectile boosting and consider other methods of AoE damage. Unless you need style points, that is. Now anyways, Mannequins crawl at lightning speed, they can cling onto walls and ceilings, throw homing projectiles which can easily be parried, and have a double swipe melee which can be parried. And since they love to spam slow as fuck projectiles, that gives you more of a reason to pull out that sharpshooter that has been collecting dust while you've been playing in Cybergrind. Speaking of, the slab version has actually been buffed, spinning up a lot faster, and so has the screwdriver, but not the slab marksman because it's fine and better. Mannequins can also be insta-killed if you punch them while they're airborne. And as for the actual level, it's bright as shit and it is interesting. It is essentially a form of a maze where you constantly need to juggle the skulls to access new pathways while the existing ones change as a result. Okay, fuck, I don't think I'm helping much. Let me put it like this. Skull opens door, you clear path, another door opens connecting new path to old path, you pick up skull to reuse, skull door closes leaving only new path open. Alright, shit, I think I'm even confusing myself at this point. The point is, the entire map is connected and constantly flows back into itself. As long as you recognize the set pieces, you'll be fine. Music is also on point, figured I'd mention it now before I forget, but yeah, just so you know, the music is great. Now once you're done sucking gas, it is time to descend into the second part of the level, trains! So this section is pretty straightforward. Starts off with a few cars bringing you some enemies which you can easily dispatch of, and then comes the big boys, the biggest boy. Yeah, I heard some motherfuckers were bitching up a storm about this fight, and all I have to say is, if your inputs look like your average video game TV commercial, then yeah, no shit, you'll suck ass. This fight is simple. He will target a cart or two to start doing his wombo combo, just stand on a different one. He does have a blue flash attack where he swipes across all carts, just jump over it. And then he also throws shit on one of the carts, and if you step in shit, then you smell bad, and take damage as well. Oh, what's that? You wanna heal? Well, at the end of his wombo combo, he will sometimes also destroy a cart, and the new one will arrive handing you a stray, so quit your bitching and shoot him in the belly, not the armor. And there you go. Now simply walk towards the exit. Psych bitch, we are not done yet. Yeah, this phase is also easy, don't get comboed and don't step in shit. In fact, if you kill him fast enough, you won't even have to worry about the ladder. So yeah, for anyone saying this boss sucks, get good Lamau, fucking noobs. 7-2 introduces the whiplash switches and the Gutterman, or as I like to call him, the chain gunner from Doom. He has a shield which you can parry with a knuckle blaster which also destroys it, and when his shield is gone, you can parry his melee attacks. When it comes to the ranged attack, he'll continuously shoot his chain gun at you, and the longer he shoots, the faster he turns. You can reset him by parrying his melee, breaking his shield, or breaking line of sight for a few seconds. When he falls over, he can pancake enemies much like how Maurice Ultrakill can Maurice them, and he carries a bozo on his back, which you can ground slap to produce a red explosion which doesn't damage you but does damage enemies. As for my strategy with him, shotgun parry still OP Lamau. Coupled with the fact he stays staggered for a long time after a parry, he is pretty fucked once in hugging range. The second enemy introduced here is the Gutter Tank. Shoots freeze frame rockets which can be shot out of the air and detonated prematurely. You can also use your own freeze frame to cause them to completely halt. Other than that, while you can hug the chain gunner from Doom easily, this guy is a different story as he has a fast, unparryable melee attack when you get close to him. And unlike the Mannequins from Doom Eternal, who is supposed to accomplish the same thing but sucked at it due to how easily he could be faltered, this guy is actually quite difficult to get close to. However, if you do want to get close to him, either bait his melee attack first and then get out quick, or get in and out quick while he's busy firing rockets. And then there's also the fact that he drops mines. These cannot be shot and will activate when you get close, but as long as you keep walking they will miss you. Still, do watch your step while in combat because they can accumulate and they can hurt. Now about the actual level, this one is almost completely open, which means you can tackle encounters in any number of ways. One such example being the train checkpoint. You can clear it out early, and then you won't need to stop at it. Oh yeah, and let's address the elephant in the room. Ultrakill's Violence Layer doesn't have centaurs, it has Earthmovers, the deadliest machines of the final war fueled with blood and solar energy. So why are they able to move here without sun? Yes. There is also a way to skip the final fight if you take a specific path, which you need for the challenge, but I'm no pussy with doing this shit. Oh, and don't worry, I didn't forget about the whiplash puzzles. We'll get back to those a bit later. For now, moving on to the most inferno-accurate portion of violence. I hope your pants are now colored brown. Anyways, 7-3 is a forest where sinners have been turned into trees. You can actually hear the screams if you put your face into them. Anyways, this level may or may not contain something wicked, and this level may or may not contain a jump scare. I will not say because I want all of you to suffer. This level introduces the Puppet, a clone of an existing fodder enemy which doesn't give style and doesn't count towards the kill count, but it does give blood and you do have to kill it to feed the tree. You need to feed a total of 3 trees to open the exit, and I would just quickly like to say how much better this level is than any other one. It does legitimately remind me of the modern classic Doom WODs, and no, not because classic Doom is a horror game like certain retards on the internet will tell you, but just the whole concept of it. The architecture, how the level flows, letting you see the previous and outcoming portions, also enemy infighting, which you can disable for the challenge, and the whole concept of feeding 3 trees similar how you often need to collect 3 keys before you can exit. It just screams classic Doom, and I mean that in the best way possible. I mean, it wouldn't really surprise me if that's where the inspiration came from. Anywho, I do also love how the sky starts pulsing red after you feed the second tree. And as for the final fight, Flashbang Warning, you need to feed the final tree, and you need to feed it a lot. And the puppets in this one are all mannequins, so yeah, best put away all the non-red explosives you have and get creative, so please do some good work. Now also be careful of the other enemies too. The chain gunner from Doom and Gutter Tank can synergize quite well, however they can also fuck each other over quite a lot. Also the power up is for noobs. Now throughout the level, you may have noticed that we were approaching one of the Earthmovers, so guess who the final boss is? That's right, an Earthmover. And if he hadn't been yeeted by a different one way off in the distance, the fight would have been over way before it started. So while it's distracted, all we need to do is climb its body, dispatch any enemies and destroy the security system to breach it. That fight is actually quite simple. You need to destroy the middle thingy that shoots a tracking beam at you, and to do that, you first need to destroy the missile launchers, hideous ass projectile launchers and homing projectile poles. Now once we're actually inside, we need to destroy all the idols to open access to the core before the interior fills up with poisonous blood. The core fight is pretty simple. Take care to avoid the lasers, unlike me, and parry the incoming big balls. It is actually possible to destroy it before it summons the idols. And after that we just need to dispatch the final group of enemies and watch our hard work, well, my hard work to be specific in this footage. And that concludes the climax of violence. I would also like to go over some of the other stuff added in the update. First of all, music support in Cybergrind is better. Also, is it too evil to hope Minotaur is also in Cybergrind? Anyways, now I have one serious question. What the fuck did they do with some of the graphics? Especially on the Piercer and Maurice Ultrakill. Like, this just ain't it. I just wish they at least had a menu toggle for this, but who knows, maybe there is. I mean, I'm basically borderline retarded at this point. Other than that very insignificant but hurtful to the soul thing, there are also some massive frame drops whenever loading and unloading .ogg files in Cybergrind. I'll put some footage on screen right now, but yeah. It's only with .ogg files and it's weird as hell. And for the record, I have 32GB of RAM, generously provided to me by YouTube's ad revenue, so it's not like my PC sucks either. Now, I am glad to see more reasons to use the lesser used weapons, with the sharpshooter on Mannequin projectiles, knuckle blaster on chain gunner from Doom, and freeze frame on gutter tank, because let's be honest, that one in particular you only ever use when either outside of combat or out of bounds in Cybergrind. Like, it's not required, but you can troll the gutter tank with it if you so wish. Also, Surprise with White Apple is finally here. He was originally supposed to appear as an enemy in 1.4, but he didn't. Now he's finally here, so that's pretty cool. And now I will also go into all the major secrets of the layers, so if you wish to find them by yourself, this is your only warning. Though do note, 2 out of 3 of them are currently unimplemented, however you can still do the quests for them. Right, now that every slowpoke bozo who hasn't completed the secrets yet has left, here is what we have. The secret boss is in 7.1, and the 5th secret does give you a very on the nose hint of what you need to do to find him. This is also the challenge for the level. All you need to do is to take the blue skull and place it on the mannequin where you got the red skull. Then you get to fight the big Johnny Nator, who's a big boy, his biggest boy, it's a big boy, it's the biggest boy. I am noticing a trend with 7.1 and housing the biggest boys. Now, once you dispatch Johnny, he will leave you with a slab, which is a hint on how to access the secret level. But first, time for 7.2. 7.2 has the Slab Quest. The actual weapon is still unimplemented though. The door can be found in the checkpoint building where you get stopped and fight the 2 chain gunners from Doom. You can enter the building through the hole in the ceiling. The 3 slabs are in the 3 whiplash platforming segments. The first one is at the start of the level, the second one is where you enter the train station, and the third one is through the red door as you go to get the bomb. To get to the slabs, you need to complete each one of them under a certain time limit. Now, since a lot of people have skill issue with the third one especially, let me quickly show you how to easily do it. Just grab onto the wall here, bonk all 3 switches, make your way across and quickly go up, and here bonk the first switch, grab onto the door that closes behind you and bonk the other ones, then quickly get into the door. Okay, that one was a bit close, so let me quickly run it again with less suck. But generally, if you can beat this one, then you can easily beat the other 2. Seven 3 has the secret level, which is also unimplemented, and that is what the slab was hinting at in 7.1. Now, we just need to find an enemy that dares to attack us, a machine with fire. And you guessed it, we need Pyro TF2. Now just carefully bring Pyro TF2 to the start and make sure you open the doors for him when he gets stuck. Then just have him melt the obstructions and there you go, easy. And interestingly enough, the first layer of the third act isn't where we get the final arm like the other acts, so I do wonder what's up with that. But anyways, in conclusion, I really like this layer. I do like the aesthetics of the levels, I like the new enemies, I still want Minotaur in Cybergrind, and I do not care that you'll suffer because of it. All the new concepts and enemies of Layer 7 give me a lot of hope for the level editor, which is the thing I'm looking forward the most from this game. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Play the layer, it's good. Thank you to these channel members for embracing the chat, Doomguy, and earned a shoutout. Be sure to like and subscribe to boost me in the algorithm. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.